Hi everybody, happy Talk to Me Tuesday. Today's episode is going to be called The Tale of the Bag, the Pouch, and the Glitter Jar. So let me begin our tale. So 3 things I have to show, and surprisingly or not, they are a bag, a pouch, and a glitter jar. 2 of those things I made, 1 of them was made for me. So the first thing is this bag that I made. To make a very long story short, one of the teachers at my school, she teaches science, lost her leg about right above the knee joint. Very suddenly. Again, it was a long story that nobody really needs to know. She's probably in her early 60s, maybe. And so that was like the end of last school year, and over the course of the summer, it just, it kind of progressed. And now she's doing okay. She's stable. She's getting around in a wheelchair, but also over the summer, her husband passed away. A lot of really bad things, but she's a very optimistic person, and I've gotten to know her a little better over the last couple months. So she is actually incredibly back and ready to teach this year. Despite everything that's happened to her. And so she's going to be spending probably the entire year, I guess I don't really know, in a wheelchair, because she's still got to be fitted for a prosthesis, and who knows when that'll happen. So I wanted to do something for her just because. And the other day, she was carrying some stuff around with her, just like on the chair next to her, because there's nowhere else to put it in a wheelchair, and you can't sling a purse over your arm because you're sitting. So I asked her if she would like me to try to make a bag for the back of her chair, and she said sure. And so I measured out her chair, and so I actually found a pattern, because I Googled online like bags for wheelchairs or storage for wheelchairs or whatever. And I found this pattern, and so I was like, I'm going to go to Walmart to look for some fabric. I'll see if they have it. They did. $1.97. It's a simplicity pattern, and it's so easy. Although the instructions are not so easy. They were kind of convoluted. So I used this to cut my pieces, but I didn't actually follow the instructions. I kind of winged it, because I skimmed them, and I was like, okay, I know what they're talking about. They also use a zipper. I decided that I was not going to mess with a zipper, so I used Velcro. So her favorite colors are magenta and teal, and I couldn't find any good magenta, so I made it in teal. And this is the finished product. So it attaches. You can see in the picture, it attaches to the handles in the back. It ties on, so it has 2 straps on each side. Part of me is like, it's not going to be sturdy enough. It's double stitched. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm just worried about how it's going to hang on the back of her chair. So I'm thinking I might need to add another set of those straps, maybe down here, to tie down to the bottom, because on her chair there is space here, and there's the bar, that runs vertically. So maybe, who knows? So it has 2 pockets here in the front. Definitely big enough for, like a bottle, lotion, whatever. I don't know, whatever she wants to put in there. And then the big inside pocket is Velcroed. And, it's all, the aligning fabric is all that teal fabric. Let's see. Then the back is that same fabric. If you look really close, my stitching was terrible. I actually got my sewing machine to work again. It was giving me issues, so that was good. So I wasn't getting like super weird wonky stitches, but again, if you look too close, it's kind of a hot mess, especially at the top. My bias stitching was a little weird, but I think it's fine. Also, it feels real sturdy. So it's made with batting. layers of batting in each of the 3 sections. So there's like the back panel, the front panel, and then the pocket panel. And they all have padding in them, which made sewing it kind of a pain because it was very thick. It was a lot to work with. My pinking shears did not like going around the edges of that at all. So yes, so that's that. So I will try, it's actually Sunday today, but I'm going to give this to her tomorrow, Monday, so I won't have it on Tuesday, but I will try to take some pictures and of what it looks like on her chair, and I'll share those next week. So yeah, another thing too that I messed up, and again, I'm not going to point it out to her because she won't notice. But when I followed the pattern pieces, I cut the piece that they suggested that I cut for the side binding. But because I didn't follow the pattern, there's probably some sewing and turning inside out. It wasn't long enough. So when I cut, I had to cut a new piece for the bottom and made it pretty wide. It covered it. It was fine, but you'll see there's a section here that is not really properly bound. But anyway, again, it's sturdy, which is really the main issue because she needs it to hold stuff. So yay, cool. Okay, that took longer than I expected. Sorry. Then the second thing, so my dad has always been very crafty and very creative. But today I went over to visit, and he said, "Oh, well, I must be old now. I'm in my crafting phase." I'm like, okay, you've been in your crafting phase for a long time. But apparently he's taken up leather work, which he's done some before. Like, he's made some little bags. He made a bag for one of my little digital camera once out of some spare leather. So he made me this beautiful pouch. It's so pretty. I think that he bought a kit but used his own leather, because the leather they had in the kit was kind of stiff, and he had this red leather. So it just unhooks like that. A good size, he said, like for a cell phone, so it'd be really nice at the Renaissance Festival to like keep a cell phone or like some money in, and it doesn't look totally anachronistic. So I thought that was really pretty. And it, hold on, let me get that back on there. It has on the back a loop so that it can go onto a belt. So that's really nice. So that was very cool. He gave it to me today. I thought that was very pretty. And last thing, so I saw through Facebook these glitter jars, and probably some of you know what I'm talking about when I say glitter jars. They're supposed to be like a calming, stress relieving item. It's well, I'll show you. So it's literally a jar with about 80% hot water, 20% clear Elmer's glue, and as much glitter as you want, and food coloring to color it. And there's lots of different ways to make them, and I'll put a link below. But that's what I used, and so I babysat tonight. Ooh, I'm shaking it up. Hold on, I want to show you what it looks like. It's cool. Give it a really good shake. And it has some really cool swirly things going on. And it's kind of fun to just watch it, whatever. So I babysat tonight, and my little 5.5, she points out, 5.5-year-old made glitter jars, and hers actually turned out better than mine. So, so it goes. So that is it for me, and I don't know how much like I'm gonna have to show the next week, because I'm back at school. We get kids in on Thursday. Pray for me. But we'll see. So maybe I'll at least bring in pictures of my classroom for next week. So have a great week, everybody. I look forward to seeing videos, and I hope that you are all safe, happy, and healthy. Have a good one. Bye.